Hi everyone, my name is Joy and we fly standby on our trips around the world. We never know if we'll make it on a flight, but when we do, it's a victory. We always have 3 destinations picked out that have similar flight time and similar weather in case we don't make the flight. Our picks for today were first, San Diego, California, leaving around 12:30 p.m. Second, San Antonio, Texas, leaving around 1:30 p.m. And third, Austin, Texas, leaving around 2:15 p.m. We did make the San Diego, California flight and had 24 hours to explore. San Diego is a great travel location and has many, many free things to do. Cameron, our middle son, accompanied me on this 24-hour trip. To get to Old Town, leave the airport and cross 2 mediums to the free San Diego Flyer. This free shuttle bus will take you from the airport to the Old Town Transit Center in about 20 minutes depending on traffic. It runs 7 days a week. Then cross the street from the transit center into Old Town. The Old Town Park is free to visit. Witness the living legacy of California's birthplace walking around the old San Diego streets. Get a glimpse into the past. See how the converging culture transformed San Diego from a Mexican town to a multicultural town after the Mexican War in 1848. Today, life moves more slowly in this neighborhood, where the hustle and bustle are balanced with the atmosphere of the picturesque square, mariachi performers, museum, original adobe buildings, and unique retail shops with many authentic, delicious Mexican restaurants. Pop into the Visitor Center to get a detailed map for a journey back in time. Our first stop, after the restrooms, was the McCoy House. Free tours are offered. Let us know in the comments if you've been inside. We were fortunate to visit during the Fiesta de Reyes, the Day of the Dead festival. The Center Plaza is open from 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. Many buildings located in this plaza date back to the 1820s. The Old Town Plaza area offers a glimpse of the lifestyle of both the ordinary and the wealthiest influenced residents. Some of our favorite shops were La Flor de Mexico with beautiful decorative gifts from around the world. Timicola Olive Oil Company, I hope I pronounced that correctly. The decorations around the square were fun and lively. These made great photo ops. While visiting Old Town, we sampled some of our favorites: the roasted nuts, a variety of jerky flavors, and old-fashioned root beer. In my opinion, no day is perfect without chocolate. I recommend stopping by Nimble's Chocolate. They have samples of chocolate from 5 different countries. Check them out and determine your favorite. Also, their brownies are delicious. And don't forget to have a churro. You might notice a theme when we travel. We like to sample. The brochure shares Old Town San Diego State Historic Park pays tribute to the cultural influences that made California special. We Restored and reconstructed buildings in the Old Town State Historic Park are now museums, shops, and restaurants that capture the energy of the community between 1821 to 1872. Today's plaza remains the heart of Old Town, allowing visitors to discover the lives of those who came before them to better understand California's beginning. Corner of Vaughan and Twig Street is the Mormon Battalion Historic Site. The Mormon Battalion Center tells the story of the Latter-day Saint Voluntary Army Regiment of 1846. They feature an interactive video tour, historical artifacts, and demonstrations on gold panning and brick making. The museum is free, and I have to say, one of the coolest museums we've visited. You move from room to room as the journey progresses. The Mormon Battalion traveled 2,100 miles walking from Iowa to Southern California. It was one of the epic trailblazing journeys that helped build the early United States into the transcontinental country it is today. We enjoyed listening and learning about the history. This is a great stop for families or anyone who wants to get out of the heat. They even asked for a volunteer to put on and experience what it was like to carry the gear of the soldiers. They cultivated peaceful relationships with the native tribes and Mexicans they interacted with during their march. 496 men were recruited to serve in the United States Army during the war with Mexico. They established the first wagon route to the Pacific Coast, linking the East with Southern California. You'll want to keep your eyes on the frame in this museum. They might surprise you. The last room on our tour you can see if you are related to any of the members of the Mormon Battalion. Then take a photo in front of their fun backdrop and they'll email the picture to you. Outside, they offer interactive activities. Learn how to make bricks, wash clothes, and pump water. Even adults can enjoy panning for gold. Don't forget to take the stairs up to the lookout. This will give you a soldier's view of the area. Here is another great spot for photo ops. Our next stop was the blacksmith shop at Black Hawk Livery Stables. Albert Seeley operated a thriving stagecoach line between San Diego and Los Angeles from 1850 to 1871. This is a self-paced adventure as you explore the different shops. See the reproduction of the Seeley Line mud wagon at the Seeley Stable Museum. Welcome to the historic Cosmopolitan Hotel and Restaurant in Old Town San Diego. If these 200-year-old walls could talk to share the history, which started from an adobe home built in 1827 to the restored hotel that was built in 1870. Visit their website for the history details and the pictures shared. Book a room at oldtowncosmopolitan.com. Current rates for a room is around $130 US per night, which includes a complimentary breakfast. So step back in time by spending a night here. Home to one of the state's most distinguished 19th century family, Las Casas de Estudillo was San Diego's social and religious center during the Mexican and the early American period. Read about the history and the experiences the early settlers had from this area and what they endured. This location has been described as the finest example of a large Mexican adobe townhouse in the United States. La Casa de Estudillo is the only individual site in the park listed on the National Registry of Historic Places and is one of 5 original 19th century adobes in the park. As you walk around the courtyard, visit each room to see what their homes would have looked like back in the 1800s. Why is there an altar in this room? Visit Old Town San Diego and find out. The history of Old Town San Diego comes to life through its historical sites, museum, living history demonstrations, guided tours, and annual special events. Many of the items on display have been donated to the museum to share the history with others. Miss the shops along the street. Toby's Candle and Soap Shop, where you can dip candles and take them home for a small fee. Don't miss the candy shop where they make homemade taffy. Huckleberry was our favorite flavor of the many we sampled. Gunzon's Metaphysical Shop, formerly the Dawson Law Building, offers items from all over the world with an Asian cultural influence. A few things that can be found here are Tibetan singing bowls, crystals, and other unique gifts. Make sure you check out this old yellow wagon on the corner of Twig and San Diego Avenue. After spending several hours at Old Town San Diego, we walked back to the transit depot and took the city bus downtown. The Gaslight Quarters was only 7 stops away and cost $2.50 US a person to ride. The Gas Lamp Quarter is a 16-block National Historic District that offers visitors a variety of restaurants and shops, as well as an eye full of Victorian architecture. This beautiful lamp store down by the gas lamp arches was a hidden gem to find. We enjoyed an early dinner at La Puerta Mexican restaurant. When looking for a good place to eat, we always look for a place that's busy. That is always a good sign of where the locals eat, especially when you find a restaurant that is packed at 4 p.m. We did find out that happy hour is between 3 p.m. and 5 p.m., where they offer half-price appetizers and drinks. All the items we sampled were excellent. That night, we stayed at Lucky DS Hostel, which is a few blocks over from the Gas Lamp Quarters. It cost only $98 US for 2 people a night. This is a fun 4-story hostel with lots of activities. You can rent a towel for $1 US or buy a locker for $5 US if needed. The hostel was clean and felt very safe. If you're interested in seeing more of these fun, easy trips, please like and subscribe. Watch for our next budget 24-hour posting. Remember, Traveling does not have to cost a lot if you're willing to be creative. Get out and have fun seeing the world on a budget.